Hello chess friends and welcome to the channel. I'm back with the new decisive game played at the FIDE Online Nations Cup. The teams are China versus rest of the world, the players Yangyi against Amin, the strongest African players of all times. Let's get started. The Chinese player Yangyi opens with d4. Here comes knight to f6, c4 and g6, knight to c3, bishop to g7, we are in the King's Indian, e4, conquering the center, d6, and now knight to f3, short castle for black, and bishop to e2. This is the tabilla of the classical King's Indian. What happens now? It happens that the main line is what Amin will play, that is e5, so a central push of the pawn, and generally in this position white doesn't advance this d5 pawn, that is the second most played move. Best move it seems to play for white nowadays is to play short castle without releasing the tension here in the center. The third move that is played in this position is what Yangyi will play, bishop to e3. Now, in case of e-capture, is the bishop that will recapture, challenging this important bishop in fianchetto. But now what happens? It happens that the knight can jump to g4, attacking this bishop. Now, bishop to g5, the knight cannot come back, or there is this terrible e-change that basically will give a lot of problems to black. So f6 is the move to play. Now bishop to h4, and here comes g5, bishop back to g3, knight back to h6, now d captures, and Yangyi continues with short castle. This is not the most played move in this position, because better to change the queens, or even better to play queen to d5 with check. So in case of queen capture, white will recapture on d5. This line with the short castle doesn't give white great practical results, but now black generally continues with moves that will improve here the queen side. c6, knight to a6 with the idea of bringing back the knight to c7, also with the idea to this knight jump to c5, and then bishop to e6. Instead, Amin continues with g4, that is not a bad move at all, now attacking the knight, only played with the black pieces by Pepe Cuenca in 2014, a game that he won in 23 moves. Now his opponent moved the knight to h4, instead Yangyi will move the knight to e1, more or less this is the same, but in this position the game is now original. Queen captures on d1 played by Amin. This is a great inaccuracy, because again the moves to play are moves that will speed up the development here on the queen side. Now with rook captures on d1, white is better. Here comes c6, c5, good move, gaining more space here on the queen side and clearing c4, and also clearing this diagonal that is weak and that leads to the king. Knight back to f7, bishop to c4 is spinning the knight, knight to a6, and now c5 is under attack. Not possible to play before, because the knight is also controlling before. So here comes knight to a4. What to play in this position? Again, much better, knight to c7, so improving this development, and then also bishop to e6, where the bishop will be protected by the knight, and will move and challenge this important bishop on c4. Instead, here comes rook to b8, and this is a mistake. This is a mistake because here comes f4. 4 is a strong move because threatens to capture on e4, opening the file where the knight is pinned. So g captures on f3, knight captures on f3, and now bishop to g4, attacking the knight. I forgot to mention, let's go back to this f4, forgot to mention that, of course, now knight to c7 loses on the spot, because after knight to c7, just a variation, not played by Amin, just a variation that I like to show you, there is f captures that, as we said before, opening this file, f captures, and now bishop captures on f7 with check. Rook captures, the second rook moves to d8 we check, rook back, captures, and now not only the pawn is gone, but the bishop is attacking the knight that you can't protect, and that if moves away, lose the exchange. So, terrible position. Also, this bishop will be lost. This is +5 or something, and black can already resign. So, let's go back to our game. We said rook to b8, terrible mistake, also because there are some tactics involved. Here comes f4, and black is forced to capture. G captures on f3, knight captures on f3, and now bishop to g4, attacking the knight. h3, now what happens? It happens that if black moves back the bishop to h5, white is in time to play the important rook to d7, that is a very strong move, so that's why it seems that black, for this reason, captures, so makes a move with tempo, bishop captures on f3, now the rook recaptures on f3, and because, again, there is this chance to play rook to d7, best move for black is to play rook in b, moves to d8. Instead, here comes knight to c7. This is the last mistake, because now rook to d7 played by Yangyi is really strong, the knight is under attack, knight to b5, and now bishop captures on e5 is a simple tactics that Yangyi doesn't miss. F captures on e5, rook captures on f7, rook captures, and now rook captures on f7 regains material, and of course now black must move away the king from this terrible discovered check. So king to h8, bishop captures on b5, c captures on b5, and now knight to c3, attacking the pawn. b4, attacking the knight, knight to d5, the pawn is again under attack, and here comes a5. Let's stop for one moment. White is completely winning because not only Yangyi is a pawn up, but more than that, white has a dominant position. So this strong rook controlling the 7th rank, the knight well centralized in the center of the board controlling both sides, and on the other end, black is a pawn down with a passive rook just defending, and that square bishop that is blocked by his own pawn. So, terrible position to play. So, slowly, Yangyi improves the position. King to h2, h6, h4, h5, at least preventing that white plays h5, blocking another pawn on the dark squares. There comes b3, and these two pawns are stopped on the dark squares. So, of course, this b pawn cannot advance, or c6 will become a strong advanced pass pawn. So here comes king to h7, but with this move black is auto-pinning the bishop. So here comes at first king to h3, now rook to c8, the pawn is under attack, but here comes knight to e7 attacking the rook. Now, of course, if this capture, there is this knight that will win the bishop. So rook to c7 seems good, but is not enough, because here comes g4, h captures, king captures, and the problem is that this pawn will advance, will threaten this pinned bishop, and when the king will be forced to capture the pawn on h6, knight jump, we check, wins the rook and also the other piece. So rook to d7, black tries a counterplay with the rook from behind, h5, h6 is coming, rook to d2, but before that there is knight to f5, the knight and the rook are attacking g7. Rook to g2 we check, king to f3 attacking the rook, now rook capture on a2, the most precise move. Let's go back one move in this position. Most precise continuation that doesn't help at all is rook to g5. Now, so in this position attacking the pawn, but here comes h6. Rook captures, we check, e captures, king captures, and now king to e4. Blocking the pawn, attacking the pawn, but the pawn is protected. But now the queen side will fall after rook captures on b7. So going back to our game, after rook captures on a2, there is rook capture on g7, we check. King to h8, notice that the king cannot move. Here comes h6, and in this position, black resigns because there is knight jump to e7, and then checkmate that, of course, black can prevent losing also the rook. So a very nice game played by Yangyi. After the first two rounds, China is leading the tournament with 4 points, USA behind them with 3 points, and then the rest of the world with 2 points. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for watching, and see you tomorrow. Goodbye!